This is Cross Road, the world's first tutorial specifically on adapting mountain bike skills to cross and gravel bikes. The 5 sequential skills that I will outline will dramatically increase your traction, both cornering and descending.
We're in Canada. There's Canada geese behind me.
What are these 5 skills, you ask? Well, here they are. Stand up. Drop your heels. Rotate your wrist 30 degrees. Drive your front tire into the ground. Lean the bike, not the body, to corner. To show you these 5 skills in action, I took my cross bike to Vancouver's North Shore to ride it on some mountain bike trails. Drive the front tire into the ground. Watch close here. You'll see my front tire slip, but because I drive it into the ground, as soon as I hit the dry dirt, I get my traction back. Lean the bike, not the body. This is all about maximizing traction on your tires in the turn. So watch this turn in slow-mo. You'll see I initiated by leaning my hips, leaning the bike, and I managed to rail the turn as well as increasing traction. Watch these 2 back-to-back turns. You'll see my body stays totally upright as the bike leans underneath me.
As I awake from the mist, 24 years of lies, I'm kinda pissed cause my pops never told me.
Now, it wouldn't be the shore without some gnar, so let's go show you what's possible simply by standing up and dropping your heels. I would not recommend trying any of this on your cross bike, especially in soggy December. Stand up. You have to get out of your seat to control your bike. Full stop. By dropping your heels 3 to 4 inches, you're going to lower your center of gravity by a foot. You're going to move that center of gravity from the bottom bracket to behind and below the bottom bracket. Now, when you ride that steep section on a cross course, you get your weight back by dropping your heels and pushing back with your legs, not with your arms.
Who's up to bat? No time for wasting, you know what I'm saying?
By rotating your wrist 30 degrees, you're going to widen the effective width of your handlebars by 10 centimeters. You're also going to bring your back, chest, and arm muscles in to help handle and control the bike, and you're going to counteract the heel drop by bringing your weight forward over the front tire. The wheel with less weight on it in a turn slips. Don't forget this. This is why we drive our front tire into the ground so the front wheel does not slip. Dropping the heels, turning the wrist, drive the front tire. Dropping the heels, turning the wrist, drive the front tire. This is all 3 together. This is your curly whirly bar bike power position. Lean the bike, not the body. This is all about keeping the weight on the outside of the bike over your tires. This works on cross and gravel bikes with no side knobs on the tires. I'll show you this in a minute. Here's what it looks like in slow-mo. Watch as I drop my outside pedal and try to keep most of my weight on it. Because cross handlebars are relatively narrow, the trick is to use your knee against the top tube to leverage the lead. The basic idea is to turn your wrist 30 degrees for leverage to lean the bike, use your outside knee against the top tube, drop your outside pedal and keep both heels dropped so your weight's low.
He's going to take my outside hand, keep it on the handlebar, simulate a turn. I'm going to lean this bike over while I'm pushing into the ground as far as I can until front wheel slips, which is about let's call it 15 or 20 degrees from the ground. Take my hand inside of the handlebar, inside the turn now, lean it over, and you can see I can only get to maybe 60 degrees before it slips. At that same slip point right here, hand on the outside handlebar, I can get it way over. Same concept basically applied to the outside pedal in the turn. So you get that weight on the outside pedal, nice and low. You lean the bike over, you're gonna have way more grip in the turn.
Here's what it looks like at normal speed. Now we've all done this on the cross course, we've all seen this. Sitting down, looking around the turn, sticking your knee out, leaning the body, not the bike. None of these techniques really work. So now I'm going to take my mountain bike onto some gravel trails with flat turns to demonstrate the lean the bike, not the body turning technique. What's great about the mountain bike with the wide handlebars is it really accentuates how the bike leans but the body stays upright. Now I purposely ride all these turns with the same technique I'd recommend for your cross bike, which is using your knee against the top tube. It's probably the most important technique to get that bike lean. Alright, so if you've watched this far, you may be realizing that I'm onto something. In the last 5 years, I've descended over 100,000 vertical feet in local enduro races. Then I got into cyclocross. I spent the last year ripping around these gravel trails on my cross bike, trying to figure out how to make it handle even a little bit more like a mountain bike.
All right, enough with the mountain bike. Let's go ride those gravel trails on the cross bike.
Let's go back to skill number 3 here, driving the front tire into the ground. It's simple. In a turn, the wheel with less weight in it will likely slip first. You do not want this to be your front wheel, or it usually ends up with you in the ground. If you're from a road background, you're probably not aware of this, and you're not weighting your front wheel enough.
Only the sounds of screams from elders to teens shook me. Men turning into mush, families gathering behind the bushes. The image.
So I shot every single cyclocross shot in this movie on these tires, which don't have a ton of grip, which makes the technique even more important.
To the very last
From my horizon, silhouette gleams. From glory and light beams, my height seem over most, never high post. Goes without the foreign tender, surrender to the East Imperial soldier. Jai defender, energy render, menace the fire sender. Love for thugs, emotionally strung with G's. Hover over when the grapple steam. Smuggling shit keys, murder for cause for. Cash turns queens to whores, rich frames. Grave remain criminals, insane and rob stores. For real, you my old stale of war cats fly. Gold ring the diamonds, big glitter in your eye.
Hey guys, this video is free. If you've learned anything at all, please donate to Trips for Kids Vancouver Society, Vancouver's oldest youth bike charity, getting at-risk youth onto mountain bikes and out of the city since 2001. $50 Canadian sends a kid biking for the day. We're a Canadian Registered Federal Charity. If you donate and you're Canadian, we'll send you a tax receipt. Just click on the link right here.
This is mountain bike skills for cross and gravel bikes. So I'm gonna ride this natural trail on my mountain bike, and then I'm gonna ride it on my cross bike, just to show you what's possible when you stand up, drop your heels, rotate your wrists, and drive your front tire into the ground.
Creation, destined for confrontation. Bring action with niggas' notion to resurrected the nation when stress days possessing me. Mind takes a vacay with incense lit, finishing my Guinness from J.A. Around my gates, niggas are scarred with hate. Chilling to walk alone with all my fate. Shadow falls without a trace. Facing the evil that's behind my face. Holding my wine like grudges some days when I'm walking through the darkest place. Though I resemble my father's face.
All right, let's go ride that lonely natural trail on the cross bike.
Life's a race, none can stop me. Shadow Thorn, Mr. Minister, G-Night, the vodka sorcerer.
Man, you of a hideous fruit.
These new bikes are super capable. As you can see, with a little bit of technique, there's no reason you can't ride your favorite mountain bike trails. Now cross and gravel bikes have pretty much stolen everything from mountain biking. Front axle, rear axle, one-by drivetrain, tubeless tires, now dropper posts. I think it's only fair that I've taken 5 of the most useful mountain bike techniques and adapted them to curly-whirly bar bikes.
Steady thinking about these bridges I burn in dust. Vision to enemies I earn and yearn to bust. Justice is now me and you, just us. I'm the jury and judge, the blast beast just cuz. We got the shit stum twitching like jitterbugs. Vitamin enriched with slugs who budge. When I raise my brow, send the hell in your mail. So it goes, shadow dawn.
Can't tell you how slippery that was. That was definitely the sketchiest shot.
All 5 crossroad skills come from hundreds of hours of riding and racing on steep technical terrain, like here in Vancouver's shore. I made this video for riders from a road background to help you from the dreaded endo or front wheel wash as you start to venture off-road. I envisioned this video for about 6 months and purposely tested these 5 skills during fall cyclocross. They work for curly-whirly bar bikes, they work for any bike. Watch here as I drop my heels. Now drop the asphalt and get cross-road. This first clip is an example of some of the misinformation that is out there on cyclocross tutorial videos talking about cornering.
Check out this example from the snowy 2010 Belgian National Championships. Sven Nys keeps the weight back and the power down, and even though his back wheel slips on the corner exit, he maintains control and powers away to victory. Meanwhile, Klaas van Tornout comes in too fast, has his weight too far forward and loses the front end, ending any chance he had of winning the race.
Here's what I think actually happened. Sven Nys had his weight nice and forward on the front wheel using crossroad technique, while Klaas van Tornout had his weight too far back. Because Klaas's weight was too far back, his front wheel slipped.
Cyclocross is changed a little bit. Now we have disc brakes and it's better now to control the bike with your hands above, but I prefer to ride, accelerate and go. That's what you need to do.
Cyclocross legend Sven Nys drops his heels, probably because he started out riding flat pedals and racing BMX. Rotating your wrists works. I couldn't believe I couldn't find anyone else doing this for the longest time, and then I found Jolanda Neff, ripping mountain biker, current World Cup champion, Swiss road champion. She wins this cyclocross race. She ran a downhill race in March of 2019. If you watch her in this whole clip, her elbows are wider than her handlebars. You can see she's turning her wrist. She's getting way more leverage. There's no doubt in my mind this is from her mountain bike background.
There's 2 positions with a high seat in cross for your outside pedal on the turn. I'm going to show you both. Number 1, all the way down. Outside pedal down in the turn, leaning the bike. You'll find it's hard to get your heel all the way down, and it might be a bit harder to put your knee to leverage the top tube. This is nice because it keeps your weight nice and low on the outside pedal. Position number 2 is basically you put your outside pedal back with your cranks level. What's nice about this is it keeps your knee in this nice bent position, puts it right next to the top tube, hopefully for most bikes, and lets you really use that knee to leverage into the turn. Let's get something out of the way. You may look at this guy's bike and be like, this guy doesn't know a thing. Look at his goofy handlebars. So I've got a 36-inch inseam. My seat post is stupid high. Got these high-rise handlebars. You may notice I swapped my bars in the video. I used to have a high-rise stem. Even with these, I basically have a 2-inch seat to saddle drop. A lot of shorter people in cyclocross have a 0 drop. So I'm not even close. That's why I got these high-rise bars.